Hey guys, it is Cass with Real Movement by Cass, and I wanted to talk to you guys about one of my favorite tools in trying to help mobility or pain points in the body, and that is my very best friend, the foam roller. So I've got two of them here to show you how to use them, giving you some points on really to be most effective with it, because I see a lot of people using them and they're not making the most of what they're trying to do with them. So really quickly, the white one is a little less dense, so it's a little squishier, and so it doesn't apply quite as much pressure to the trigger points or the muscles. So if you are new to foam rolling, or maybe you're pretty aggressively tight at this point and you're already suffering from quite a bit of pain, I would suggest starting out with the white one. This one's going to kind of ease you into maybe a more dense foam roller that will be a little bit more aggressive. This guy, which is the one that I use most often, much more denser, so there's not as much squish or givingness. So when you apply that muscle to here, there's quite a bit of pressure kind of feeding back into that muscle. Again, if this is your first time foam rolling, or if you're pretty aggressively in pain or tight, like I said, I would start with that white one and then maybe move your way into this one. Don't stay with the white one forever though. Your goal, of course, is to be a little bit more aggressive if you have pain points or you have some tissue that's built up. So brief history on foam rolling. Well, not history, but foam rolling acts as a kind of a pseudo massage therapist. So when you go see a massage therapist, they're applying pressure to that fascia tissue, and that fascia tissue is kind of surrounds our whole being, including our organs and our, all of our limbs and everything like that. And that's that tissue that gets built up and generally is really hard to release. So when I see people foam rolling, talking about not doing it right, I will see people doing this particularly through the upper back, kind of rolling and just moving like this. And that's great, except that you're not really applying enough pressure for long enough to release through the body. So fascia tissue stays pretty tight for quite a while. So it takes anywhere from, it can be anywhere from like 1.5 minutes to 3 minutes for it to get warm enough for it to start to release. So if you're doing this, essentially all you're doing is applying a little bit of pressure and just rolling over that bump, but it's not really effectively pushing or applying pressure to that muscle or that tightness in there, that knot. And so really you want to find that point of pain or find that knot, that trigger point, so to speak, and just kind of hang out there and be okay with that. And I wouldn't suggest, I mean, if this is your first time, you've never foam rolled before, I wouldn't suggest hanging out there for too long to start with, but definitely be comfortable with staying on the foam roller for a little bit longer than you're used to. If you're new to this, again, I would say start with maybe like 30 to 45 seconds, but don't move around quite so much on the foam roller. You're kind of defeating the purpose of what you're trying to do, okay? I'm going to do multiple videos about foam rolling because I'm super fanatical about it, and I think everyone should buy one. So this is first part of many, many videos on foam rolling, but if you have questions specifically about foam rolling and how you can use it and make the most of it for any particular body part, please let me know. I'm going to be doing these videos, and so I definitely want some feedback from you guys on how you would better learn or meet what you need to understand on the foam roller to make it work for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great week.